Tonight's Laserforce podcast is brought to you by Rapey Gel. It's great for horses, livestock, and the chapped, chafed, and otherwise burned inner thighs of laser tag players everywhere. Get yourself a tube today. Rapey Gel, everyone. Tonight's podcast may contain mature language. In order to demonstrate, we'll start once again with DK's joke time. So there's a kid who's getting ready for bed. His parents always read him a story, but he finds that they're late in getting him to bed. So goes to their room and finds out what's happening. Walks in, finds his father wearing a brony type onesie, fucking his mother who's wearing a cheerleading outfit, and starts freaking out and says, "Oh my God, what are you doing?" And his dad says, "Just relax, we're fooling around. No big deal, just go back to your room, come over in 20 minutes, and I'll read you your bedtime story." This kid's very disturbed, goes back to his room. So dad finishes up with the cheerleader, goes over to find the kid, read him a story in the room, only to find that he's not there. Dad gets a little bit worried. So he goes down the hall where he hears some strange noises coming from another room, opens the door to find his son fucking his grandmother. And he says, "What are you doing, you little piece of shit?" He says, "Oh, it's not so funny when it's your mother, is it?"
Joke time with DK is the worst part of my day.
Cheers, buddy.
It's my wine glass.
Good job, DK, you murdered Steve-O.
We broke in G&D.
Express elevator to hell.
Welcome back to the Resupply with me, Guy Next Door,
And Methan.
where we give you your daily nationals double tap, if you will, of all things Space Marines.
Yeah.
Welcome back to end of what, day 3?
End of day 3, yes it is.
End of day 3. We are once again joined by the round table. Starting from my left, we have.
Of course, the Fireball DK.
The Kraken is back in.
I have no rhyme for tragedy.
I'm just Glader.
And Than. Yeah.
Um,
I've already introed myself, fuck you.
There's also the Peanut Gallery. Give us a cheer.
Hey! It's over here.
All right.
There it is. Anyone consider it? Oh, cheer, sorry.
Yeah. This is the accent. Yeah.
Apparently Fireball DK is already in full effect.
And he's only, what, halfway through?
That's his second glass.
Oh, is it second? Oh, we're in trouble.
You fucking lightweight.
Featherweight.
Featherweight.
So today was fun, and we'll get into a little bit of drama, a little bit of happy times in a minute. But first things first, Stan, why don't you give us a quick rundown of the standings as of right now?
So right now we're roughly halfway through round 2, and leading the pack are the Golden Oldies. So Golden Oldies, Brisbane A, whatever the hell you want to call them. They're sitting in first on 72 points. Second place, Brisbane Heretics on 66 points. In third place, USA Golden Freedom Eagles. That is a fucking stupid name.
Eagles.
Welcome to Trump's America, everyone.
Yeah. They're in third on 60 points. Brisbane Bees in fourth on 42 points. Team Mana, Auckland A on 36 points in fifth. Brisbane Super Troopers, which is Brisbane D on 20. Actually, they're tied with the Oakley Raiders on 24 points each.
Penalty cats.
I mean, you're not wrong. And right now, Super Troopers have the tiebreaker on them on score ratio. They're at a .86 ratio, and the Oakley Raiders are at a .81. Sacramento B on 12 points in 8th, and Auckland B bringing up the rear on 0 points.
Impressive.
Time will come.
So the standings are, I think, more or less the same as they were last night. Ish.
We've actually moved down a spot because we're terrible. So.
So, what the fuck is that sound?
The fridge.
That'd be the fridge.
Shut up, fridge.
You gotta keep that in now.
We're trying to do a pod here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fridge is
fridge.
on the mic.
Hanging out, making things cold and shit.
Dumb motherfuckers.
So real quick, we'll go through total top 5 MVP as it stands at the moment. In the number 1 spot, our man Taipan with 27 MVP points. There's like one guy clapping in the room,
And it's Taipan.
Have a guess who it is. In second place at the moment on 24.84, we have Rusty. In third place, the medic extraordinaire known as... Is he playing medic?
Yeah, Fredo.
Yeah, ish. Yeah, mostly.
Fredo on 21.91. Sharpshooter 21.07 points. And in fifth at the moment is Boom Train on a whopping 20.58 points.
Those fuckers.
Goddamn Brisbane people. The next one, top 5 medic hits. Again, we have Taipan in first place.
Give yourself the clap.
A big round of applause. 138 medic hits. Rusty's got 122 in second. Hoodie's jumped up to third spot. Although was he third last night? I can't remember.
No, he was down a ways.
Yeah, so he's jumped up to third with 116. Striker's got 107, and Sharpshooter is on 97.
Okay, cool. Does hitting your own medic count?
No.
Unfortunately not. I don't know what that is. That's MVP as well, right?
What?
What is that? What am I looking at? Oh, that's
You look at the standings, you dumb fuck.
What is going on?
Yeah, that's all the standings that we did last night, right?
Yeah, although we could go into some of the fun ones, since we are also in the presence of the current leader on the most penalized board.
Are we?
I believe I saw him walk in. What happened to Josiah over
He's
here?
out there.
He went back out,
Oh, he ran
Oh, he's
away.
back in. Oh, hi.
hiding in the corner.
All right, give him another penalty for leaving the podcast area.
I feel like I haven't played a single game and I'm still most
Why do you
miserable.
feel like that? Is it because you haven't played a single game?
No. That's not it. I'm just gonna say I'm probably...
Are we talking about feelings? Do you need to go to your safe space?
Yeah, never mind. Nobody cares anyways.
We care. We do.
No, you don't. No one
No, I don't.
understands me. I'm looking at you.
I'm pretty
She's
sure
looking
your
right
hair's
at her
the wrong
dad,
colour
and
to be
that's what's
saying.
happening.
Fair enough.
So Hoodlum jumped up quite high on the Medikits board. Unfortunately, he's also leading another category by a country mile, and that is most times missiled by a player. Glader and I were talking about this in the car on the ride over. I believe Hoodie's sitting on something like, 68 missiles at this point?
What?
He's about 30 ahead of the next player down.
Hey, that's Hoodie, just like sucking the missiles. That's what he does.
He took
Kills the
3.
medic, sucks the missiles.
Yes.
Hoodie's been missiled 68 times. Mookie is second on 42.
Gotta move faster, boys. I watched. Who did I watch today? Somebody missile Hoodie 3 times in a row, and that was you. It was pretty funny. I mean, I felt bad for him, but also, maybe run away.
After that, I had to tell him to stop because I was running out of lives.
Somebody, I did hear you run past in one game, and you yelled, "That's one!" And I was like, "Oh, buddy, oh, this is gonna get not very good."
It wasn't me. Hoodie said it to me.
Did he?
He said it back to me after I'd missiled him another
Getting
2
one back.
times the game after.
What a piece of shit. So
Don't walk the walk if you can't talk the talk.
So highlights for the day. Who's got a highlight for the day?
I mean, I got a couple of lowlights for him today, but I don't really want to talk about
I
those
heard
too
everyone
much.
had a nice lunch.
I may have angrily
Passed a chair?
I'm gonna use the word passed
Yeah.
a chair to King in the foyer.
Bro, don't lie. God, that was full on Bobby Knight shit right there.
Well, I can honestly say that I never really realised how much noise G&D makes in the field until I listened to yesterday's podcast, or it was the first one, I can't remember, where it was brought up about his grunts and stuff, and it's all game that he was playing, all I heard was,
But that's mostly because my legs are really sore.
and that was before he even left the airlock.
You should try the rapey gel.
Oh, touche.
So yeah, that's probably a low point of my day. I kind of threw a chair and stormed off and punched the wall and just generally being a dick. So
Yeah, I
apologize to the wider Laserforce community for that.
yeah, I heard you throw the chair because I was downstairs, the Laserforce Internationals, kind of sitting there going, what the fuck am I doing? Why am I so fucking terrible at this game?
Uncle Sneak did come and find me later and gave me a talking to. He was like, right, hey, look, I understand you're angry, but you can't fucking do that. You get us a 10,000 point conduct penalty. Who are you, Jade?
No such,
soon enough.
Yeah.
no such thing as too soon with the Resupply podcast.
Highlights. All highlights. What do you guys got?
Highlights, at least from the Oakley side. Once again, to start the day, we experimented with yet another new lineup.
You guys are really into experimentation, I've noticed.
We are. We like to throw the change up now and again.
Aren't you guys a bit old to be in college?
It's okay.
So we went with the Oakley Classic edition of moving Duckman back to his role as the Great Wall of Oakley and put him in the heavy position. And I returned to my 2014 place of being the ammo, which is really fun. Something about playing ammo in the Brisbane arena is even more fun than playing ammo other places. And Shags and I think we're clicking a lot better in terms of that. So we might not have been scoring quite as high as a team with me back on resupply, but I think the team chemistry worked a lot better from that standpoint. Now, if he could just stop getting missiled fucking 68 times, we'd be in real great shape.
Sorry.
Anyone else?
Yeah.
What's up?
Okay, so like I'm gonna just call out Josiah for a second. Like no hard feelings, but like a little bit of soft, angry feelings.
Bro, I love you, bud.
Snake, that's what you should use on Soul later.
While looking into his eyes.
Are we back to this church dream that you had last night?
Yes, it's about my church dream. Okay, so
Run away.
basically Josiah made a bet with DK where like if he lost, the Nimitz would have to drink, and I was like, that's dumb. So anyways, Nimitz ended up drinking, and this really got in my head because I don't like when my friends drink, and so I had a nightmare about it. Me, in my dream, I was in my living room with me and Nimitz and our friend Solitaire, and we were drinking Coca-Cola, which is the first red light. But the
Sorry,
That shit will
I
fuck
know
you
you're a
up.
Bippers fan, so.
That shit will
Pepsi
fuck
Max
you up.
sponsor us. But anyways, but the Coca-Cola was laced with marijuana.
I don't know. That's how you do the pot.
I don't think that that's how that works.
Don't forget, this is a dream. This is the Bill Cosby church camp.
You take the weeds and you put it in.
There was definitely a bit too much rapey gel there.
Allegedly.
And so we got high, and we're like, oh no. So I drove us to my church camp that I went to like 2 weeks ago.
Well,
And
hi.
when we got there, we were in like the outside worship area, and there was a bunch of kids walking around, and they looked like zombies, and they were all high. And I was like, what have I done? And so Autumn shows up, and she was like, Grace, why is everyone high? Why are you on drugs? I was like, it's not my fault. And I was like sobbing. I was like, why did I drink that Coca-Cola?
So Just
Did
a
you-
rule of thumb: if your Coca-Cola has bits in it, don't drink the
You
Coca-Cola.
can't see when it's in a
Did you-
can.
All right.
Did your dream by chance tell you how to make that Coca-Cola?
Asking for a friend.
Well, you're gonna make a killing back in Colorado.
Anyways, I blame Josiah for that. But he's probably proud of making me unhappy, like most people are. Anyways,
I can drink again tomorrow, so.
that was my call out of the day. I can call more people out too.
Not the phone charge.
Wait. So your call out is something that he didn't actually do.
It is his fault.
Yeah, it's your fault about her subconscious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm detecting some underlying sexual tension. Oh, come on, just so it's not that bad.
I told you guys, I turn guys gay.
Hashtag gay next door.
Also, I'd like to call myself out for being a bitch. That's it. Someone else.
Did you throw a chair as well?
No, but the other day, like, I fell out of a chair. And
Same thing.
it knocked over also.
Also, she thought the Big Bang Theory was funny, and that shit's just fucked up.
Big Bang Theory is funny. They even had Luke Skywalker on there.
Bro, if it has a laugh track, it's not funny.
You're wrong. Drake and Josh is the best.
MASH
show.
had a laugh track.
Mash had a left right.
Mash did have a laugh
It
track.
did.
Yeah, okay, anything made after 1999.
Backtrack.
Oh,
He's
backtracking.
He is remembering to backtrack.
Always remember the backtrack, kids.
Alright, what else that's relevant to Laserforce happened?
Oh, is that what we're
That
talking
was
about?
so relevant.
Oh, I had fun watching Team Mana stomp the oldies for a little bit in
That
that
was
one
a
game.
highlight.
That was a,
That was it was fun to watch.
Now,
for like
you
4
used-
minutes.
Oh,
I feel
No,
you
most of the game, you guys were just stomping them.
and
Especially-
even as part of that game, like
Up until the point we
happened to
weren't.
me, but still funny. Yeah, Monkey Crap was in the bilge, and he just shot Rusty. And I come around the corner, I get one hit into him. I'm the last one down. I'm watching Rusty out of the corner of my eye. He's off to my right hand side, and I'm facing down Monkey. We're eye to eye. Rusty's out of sight of Monkey, but about 6 seconds after Rusty gets deactivated, he decides that he's going to stand in front of Monkey so that when he reactivates, he can shoot him. Except I'm still standing there, eyeing down Monkey, being the last one he shot. Can't shoot me. And Monkey just goes, "Oh, look, I got a free reset. Rusty, me, Rusty." Rusty then turns to me and says, "What are you doing? Why are you standing there?"
Yeah, why don't you play lasers? Actually, that was a really fun game. Like we'd gone into the armory at the start of that game, not the armory, the airlock, and
That thing.
and we were like, right, this is gonna be a fun game. Like, you know, we're gonna try. Might end sooner than we'd like, but you know, we're gonna give it a good one. And Monkey was saying today that he was in the helm, and it progressively dawned on them that, oh shit, actually we're playing like well, and it took him a little while to be like, okay, well maybe I should try now. I'm like, fuck you, man, try from the start. What are you doing? To be fair though, he is hobbling around like an old woman, so
Oh yeah.
a little bit. But that was fun. I got a couple of missiles on Rusty, and I think I got one in you.
Like, that's hard.
That may explain the following game.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
they
well,
were
that was-
shit stomped.
That missile's another one of those 12-second downtimes that you got on me.
You said that.
I swear it was more than 12 seconds. It was more
That's
than
what
8.
she said.
No, she said it was less than 12.
Yeah, and she said it really angrily.
Thanks,
Yeah,
fuck, that's over.
the follow-up game on that was probably the hardest I've been shit stomped in ages in a Lasers game. Oh my fucking god.
I mean, it was pretty harsh. Like, someone who was just like, "Way to wake the beast." I was like, "Shut the fuck up."
I don't remember if that was before or after we played them, but mean old Trad wouldn't even let me get my second gen because he just sent Mark and Jared to come after me. He's like, "Get that fucker right there."
Well, you shot me. That's it.
You're like,
Don't shoot me. I would have let you get the target if you didn't shoot me.
well,
Why can't I get targets, Brew?
Targets OP.
Anyone else got a?
Subbing for you guys was pretty fun. I mean, I was a bit sad that Monkey got hurt.
Yeah.
But playing with you guys was cool because it's been a few years since I played with you and Than.
Yeah.
And I hadn't played Scout at all this week, so I said, "Oh, this will be fun."
Yeah.
So first game, some things happened. Somebody else here was a bit disappointed in himself.
That makes that actually makes two of us.
people here.
Yeah.
Stop
were a
calling
bit
me a
disappointed
him.
in themselves.
It's DK. He's not very nice.
But second game, we managed to come back together.
Not
and,
suck completely.
Yeah,
that
and
was cool.
Leech and I had a pretty good attack. He rattled off about an 11k commander score. I think I had about 8k on Scout.
Yeah.
Leach is pulling some pretty good commander scores, isn't he?
Yeah.
Well, it's been a good decision to move him into the 3-hit role.
To be fair, it's like, well, Blair can't fucking move, so we need to move somebody.
Yeah.
So that felt good.
Yeah.
And I've also discovered that I have altered my dialect just slightly because I find myself coming back to Reset all the time and just going for shots, shots, shots.
I'm sweet as for life. Yeah, it'll grow on you. We'll get you.
So one of the other things too. I mean, we've got a bunch of traveling players, and if you've covered this in previous podcasts, fuck you, I wasn't here for them. This for pretty much everybody here, bar the Brisbane players. This is their first time, getting to experience the Gen 8 suits.
Oh,
I hate them.
Well,
really?
okay, we will get back to
You
it.
haven't
We will
played
I
any
played
game.
once.
Oh, once. Sorry.
We'll get
I was
back.
like, no, I'm out.
We'll get back
Fuck
to you in a minute. So I have to admit, when I saw the initial videos of them, there was a part.
A little bit.
No, not even a little bit. The kind of initial thought I had was like, man, that looks really fucking cartoony. I'm not super convinced, but at the same time, knowing that Laserforce does have a pretty decent track record of putting out gear that doesn't suck completely. I mean, they've had some missteps along the way, but every gear has.
I still have the best avatar. Non-standard Laserforce equipment penalty or not?
What an idiot.
But
I even brought it up at the start of the game. I was like, yeah, that's non-standard laser was cooking. You're like, it'll be fine. You can still shoot it. Yeah, go. Shoot it.
This is a picture of 16-year-old Rusty that looks like 12-year-old Rusty.
yeah, pretty
Wait,
much.
he's actually 16?
In that picture, yeah.
picture?
Believe it or not.
I thought he was like 8.
To be fair, I did ask him before he went in there if it would be all right for him having on there. He said, "Yeah, it'd be fine." Next thing we know,
Nope.
Wait, did you ask a ref? Wow, I guess.
Yeah, it's me. I was playing with it.
yeah.
I don't need to hear
Keep
about
zones
it. Don't need to hear about that. Getting back to the suits, because so the initial reaction was like, this looks a little cartoony, but okay. But now after having played for basically 4 straight days on them, including the practice games, I'm seriously fucking impressed with the new gear. I thought that the screen on the back of the gun was gonna be the dumbest fucking thing ever, and it's like, oh, okay. I mean, you quick flick look, and then you're right back into whatever you were doing. So it's not it's not like it's not a huge distraction. It is actually kind of nice to be able to have that quick look and know exactly how fucked you are at any given moment. I think my favorite part about the suits right now is actually the guns.
They look badass.
In person, they definitely look a lot more badass than on the video. Like I said, the video they look so cartoony.
They look like a vacuum cleaner hose, like a dust buster with a screen on it. So that's what I thought they looked like and stuff. But they look. I was watching somebody shoot somebody today because that's what we do.
Yeah.
And it was just nice. I liked it.
The light muzzle flash.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, it's so
yeah.
good.
The very
bright.
the very
white.
subtle, the very subtle white streaking as you're fighting. It actually took me like 2 days to notice that, and then it was like, oh, that's fucking awesome.
And
It
does it actually vibrate on the hit zone where you are hit?
I'm not sure about that, but your
Okay.
chest definitely vibrates.
Yeah, because I wasn't sure because I thought I felt it on my back one time. I said, "Oh, does that mean I got shot in the back?" Because that would be helpful, especially in this maze, to know when you need to know. "Oh, what the fuck was that from?"
But to be honest, the only time I've ever noticed it's vibrating is when I'm in resupply and I get shot. It's like, why aren't you protect? Oh, okay. That went off. I'll have that. The old nipples get hard. Shoot me again, baby. Do it again.
I need a cut glass of these.
But the gun sits a lot more comfortably in the hand.
Yeah,
I reckon
for
the
sure.
wider base in the palm.
I have managed to smash it against the wall a couple times.
I have not.
Surprisingly.
Not on purpose, anyway. I did knock the gun out a couple times and it threw my shot up, but for the most part, like the weight of it's not as big of an issue as I thought it was going to be.
The vests overall are just quite lightweight.
Light, yeah.
Yeah.
They're so nice to wear.
Yeah, my only complaint, one is the volume, which actually has seemed to have been remedied. Either that or we're all just going deaf, so it doesn't bother us as much. Yeah, there's that.
Was that the generator target or was that Jade?
Oh,
sorry
she's
if
in the
you're
red.
listening.
She's in the red.
Two, I do miss classic red versus green.
Yeah.
There is
too.
there is a problem with the LEDs. Well, we won't say it's a problem, but there's with the LEDs that they're using to create the color. Green is too yellow,
Does shit.
and you can actually confuse the red and the green colors if you're not at the right distance or you've got a certain colorblind issue.
Yeah. Well, because people are already confusing
The
eyes
neutral
with
suits,
with the neutral suits, which I haven't had a problem with personally, but people's eyes work differently. There's different levels of color blindness, so I can understand how the crossover could happen.
And we prior to the Nats, we'd only played 1 week with neutral suits, referees in the field, so we had next to no experience with them as well. In the practice night we had on Sunday, I lost maybe half my shots shooting at refs. It's like, there's a blue guy, there's a blue guy. I'm being shot, thank you.
Is it that?
Why do I have Cat and X proof?
But yeah, they're pretty dope.
Yeah.
I hope Auckland gets them soon. That would be nice.
Yep.
I'm throwing our Gen 6 suits in the trash when I get home. Sorry,
No.
Just take them home so you can play tag at your house.
Yes.
In all
I would do
1,000 square
that.
feet of your apartment, that'll be fun.
These are my friends.
I'm sure your downstairs neighbors will love that.
Oh, we don't have any currently.
Oh, nice.
You could run around and just be like,
That's my ringtone now.
Clip it.
Cool. Yeah. So yeah, pretty happy with the suits.
Very happy.
What else interesting kind of happened today?
I mean, yeah.
Nothing. Oh, actually, lunch today. We all went
Yeah,
to
that's
lunch.
it.
And
Yeah,
that was really cool.
big thanks to Boom Train, aka Jared King,
Absolutely.
for arranging that, getting our orders in yesterday, so that way we could just pay and get our food relatively quickly when we got to Norman Hotel for a party of, God, what do we have there?
About
50 plus people.
Yeah.
And got our food in a reasonable amount of time.
Pretty good.
I mean, sure, we got back from lunch late, but
Yes,
overall, it didn't throw the day off that much.
Yeah.
And I think we all had a good time.
Yeah, I think so. There's many selfies taken.
Not
For sure.
enough with me in them.
Really?
There's
Well,
only
you weren't taking
one.
enough selfies, were you?
After the podcast, selfie time. Yeah, it was really nice to actually chill with everyone outside of Lasers, and you know, it's a shame that although there's a bunch of us staying here at the holiday park, it does kind of isolate the locals. You guys can come and hang out with us if you like, but yeah, it would be nice to do some stuff with the whole group. In saying that, do we have is there plans for the awards dinner? There is? Cool. Alright.
Are you gonna let us know what they are?
Right.
Of course not.
This is great radio, by the way.
Yeah.
People love it
Well,
when you
I'm
shake your
not
head.
at the table, so I'm not wanting to like.
He
chime
has
in.
got one of the best faces for radio.
I sure do, Dad. I sure do. Your genetics.
Alright, well that's gonna be cool too. So
It's basically the same as last year, where it's going to be part based, and there'll be a rugby ball and a couple of soccer balls and cricket set for all of the Americans who don't know what a real sport is.
Fuck off. Cricket's a real sport.
off.
It is. So is rugby. That's why there's going to be a rugby ball.
Rugby, obviously, yes.
People keep trying to tell me laser tag isn't a real sport.
They
Okay.
can fuck right off.
When
And if you don't think cricket's a real sport, then I challenge you to go to YouTube and find Andrew Simon's shoulder charging H3 car.
Okay, last year at science camp, I was talking.
That is one time. Science camp.
The home of athletes everywhere.
I was talking about laser tag. I was like, yeah, laser tag's a sport. And this kid was like, no, it's not. I was like, yeah, it is.
Were they like, you're such a geek? And you're like, we're at science camp.
No. No, he told me if laser tag is a sport, then so is jerking off. And I said, what the fuck?
Snake, how many medals are you winning?
Insect jerker, baby.
That's your rapper name. Oh.
NZ Joker is the name of my Dave Dobbin and Herb's cover band.
His opinion was irrelevant though because he listened to anime music and wore Rick and Morty shirts.
So you got one half of that is okay.
Yeah.
Wait, was it DK?
DK.
You were a history teacher. What are you doing at science camp?
Oh, I just had to switch positions again. It wasn't working out.
He's experimenting.
Swallow, Glader. Swallow.
Spinners are quitters.
That's what he said.
Cool. Well, does anyone want to add anything else?
Yeah.
Of course. Don't. Yeah. Of course she does.
Papa's so proud.
No, he's probably sick of my shit because I talk all the time constantly. But
We've
anyway,
noticed.
so I just wanted to say, like, I like drawing weird shit. And so I already drawn a few things, like DK missing Rusty, but Rusty is a rat and he's crying. And so...
Well,
Sounds like a fever
she
dream.
did say weird shit.
So if anybody has like weird shit that they want me to draw tomorrow, I can draw it, but like everyone's gonna be a furry. But then
Honestly, I think you're coming up with all the good stuff on your own.
but then I'll post it on the forums page and everyone can see it.
Can you draw Sneak standing over Lonzo?
Yes.
Whilst wearing a brony costume.
It can happen.
Oh, can you print me a copy so I can just
I'll do it on my iPad.
Rather fucking didn't, eh?
And Lonzo's wearing a cheerleader outfit, right?
Honestly, I just want to see how you are interpreted as a furry.
Oh, what animal do you want to be? No, I'll decide.
It'll be a pleasant surprise.
If you say so.
Should we spend a minute talking about what was agreed upon for the format for finals?
Yeah, sure. Oh, is there one? Our captain didn't tell us shit.
I know.
They have to-
Fuck that
I'm
guy.
fucking terrible.
We'll have to bring in the man himself, subbing in for
Sorry,
trash.
I'm getting old.
Does it catch on?
Yeah, you throw
That
it
never
too.
catches on.
On his way to the mic now, ladies and gentlemen, is the one and only Crypan.
Alright, so how's finals looking?
So the way that we've kind of set it up is we'll finish off the 4 sets of rounds tomorrow
Yeah.
to finish everything up. And then the way that it's going to work is teams placed 6 to 9 will play off in single match eliminations.
Right.
So 6 will verse 9, 7 will verse 8. The winners of which will play off for 6th spot. So essentially any of those 4 teams can make it up in 6th. So New Zealand, you're not out of it yet. You're against all the odds, but you're not out of it yet.
It says it on the shirt.
That just says
Hashtag
Under Armour.
So
Wearing it now.
we should finish up about 8 o'clock tomorrow night, so it shouldn't be too bad. And then from there, 1 to 6 will play off in kind of like a tennis hierarchy where 1 and 2 will be seated at opposite ends. We'll get a bye first. Then it will be 3 versus 6 and 4 versus 5, with the highest seed out of them who wins versus seed 2.
Are these 2-game or 4-game, double elim and single elim?
It's single elim, so it's not double elim like previous finals have been. So we're trialing a new system just based on the time that we've had
And the sheer number of teams.
yeah, the fact that we've got 9 teams instead of 10 or 9 teams instead of 8, it just kind of doesn't work to have a full double elim setup. So from there, they will work their way through and worm their way through, and then when it gets down to the grand final and the nitty gritty, it will be the same way that Brisbane plays their finals at league. So it'll be a best of 4 with top seed getting first colour pick, and from there, if one team wins 3 games consecutively, the 4th game is forfeit and a team wins.
Right.
If it goes down to 2-all, it goes to points for and against, and
Then we
so on and so
continue
forth.
from there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Overall, it will still allow all the teams to have a shot at competing in finals, even without the double elimination. But it's going a little bit more back to the kind of classical roots of Laserforce without the full double elimination. With the 9 teams, that's just too much time to try to manage out. So I think this has been a good compromise. Give everybody a shot, and we can also get some sleep and have time to have some kind of a rager on Friday night.
A rager.
There might be Supernova DK beyond just the regular Fireball.
Am I
Walking around
invited?
shaking his glass at people.
It's the jelly shots.
Oh no.
Oh, please no, Taipan.
All right. Well, that sounds pretty cool. Yeah. That. No. Cool.
You had a train of thought
I did,
and you
man.
lost it.
Yeah,
I
derailed.
saw it. I saw it happen. It was
The train of thought pulled into the station.
It left without him.
yeah, that was pretty fucking fantastic.
Yeah. Cool. So we'll be back again tomorrow ish. Assuming that we can be bothered. To talk.
Yeah, that's pretty much how that's gonna go.
We'll do another recap of how that day went and what, sort of settings the final day is looking like. But until then, I have been Guy Next Door.
And I've been Than.
And this has been the Peanut Gallery. Yay! And remember, kids, always remember to backtrack.
And buy travel insurance.
And
keep me gun up.
and don't drink weed.
Don't drink. We'll see you tomorrow, kids.